All right. So this week, I was in charge of showing you guys how to do Chapter 8's brief exercise 11, which is it reads suppose the 2017 financial statements of a 3M company report net sales of $23.1 billion. Accounts receivable are $3.2 billion at the beginning of the year and $3.25 billion at the end of the year. Compute 3M's accounts receivable turnover and compute 3M's average collection period for accounts receivable in days. So we know that we have to do two things here, which is compute 3M's accounts receivable turnover and then compute 3M's average collection period for accounts receivable in days. So the first thing to do is compute the accounts receivable turnover. And if we go in the book under section 4, under the subheading of evaluating liquidity of receivables, in the second paragraph, you compute accounts receivable turnover by dividing net credit sales by the average net accounts receivable during the year. And the net accounts receivable is literally just the money at the beginning of the year, so in this case $3.2 billion, and then you add the end of the year, which is $3.25 billion, and you divide those by 2. So and if you need the equation, it is in the diagram under the paragraphs, and it says accounts receivable turnover equals net credit sales divided by average net accounts receivable. And so if we look over on the Word doc, I did it in steps. So it says step 1, compute the accounts receivable turnover. So what you do is divide net credit sales, which if you don't have the net credit sales like we do in this case, it'd just be net sales minus cash sales. You divide that by the average net accounts receivable during the year. And so in the problem, the accounts receivable turnover would equal 23.1 billion divided by 3 billion. Oh, I'm sorry, 3.2 billion plus 3.25 billion divided by 2. And so order of operations, you would add 3.2 billion and 3.25 billion, and then divide that by 2. And let's put these in parentheses there. Which would then equal 312,500,000, and then you divide. Once you got that answer, you would then divide $23.1 billion, divide that by 312,500,000, and you would get 73.92 times. So that's the amount of turnover. So you can turn over roughly 73.92 times. So cool. That's basically it. It's not too hard. It's just order of operations, and you just gotta find that stuff in the problem. Or if it doesn't give you the net sales, then you just got to you just have to subtract net sales and cash sales, and there it is. And so the second question was compute 3M's average collection period for accounts. And in the book it says that the average collection period it equals 365 divided by the accounts receivable turnover. So your correct average collection period all depends on your accounts receivable turnover. So if you get that wrong, you'll get the collection period wrong. So you have to make sure you get the accounts receivable turnover right. But it's pretty simple. You just plug in your answer, your accounts receivable turnover, and divide it, and just plug it in, and just divide 365 by that, which I did, and we get 4.938 days. So roughly 5 days. But On the example it gives you, it likes to keep it in a decimal instead of rounding up. So yeah, it's pretty simple. It's not too crazy, not too complicated. It's just a couple of equations. You just got to memorize those equations and just plug it in. I hope this helps. It don't get too flustered or overwhelmed by the wording or anything. You just have to know what is what. Yeah, that's basically it. If you have any questions, just type them out below. Yeah, thanks for listening. I hope this helps. Let me know if you have any questions or if you see anything I did wrong, or if you needed more explanation on anything. Just let me know in the comments. And yeah, thanks for watching.